also know that comportment is the ability to assume posture that is suitable for this competition. Assume a posture, and that posture is you should sit properly. And when a question is thrown to you, please stand up to answer the question. Sit down and answer it. And again, there will be. Do you have enough microphones? There are no microphones. Are there no microphones? Yeah. We have how many? I think this place is closed enough so we can do without microphone. Because the microphone are not ready now. Do it now if you leave that it's provided for the table. So if you have just one, that means you won't be giving a microphone. It's only I who will be using a microphone. Okay, so before we get started, this is a formal event. And you will know that the Nigerian national anthem was done and accepted in 1978. And the very first person who conducted the rendition of the national anthem was Inspector Benedict Abiase back in 1917. So the Nigerian national anthem is not just sung during state functions and national functions. They are sung in events of this nature because you render it at your devotion ground, right? Yes. Good. So we'll take the national anthem, and after that we'll sing the state anthem. How many of you know that the state has an anthem? Do you know how to sing it? Yes. Brilliant. So we'll all join voices together and render the state anthem. Of course, in between we'll have the national pledge, and ultimately we'll have to decide the Dakada Creed, which is championed by the current administration. How many of you know how to recite the Dakada Creed? How many of you, please? Very few. The previous places we've gone to, the two senatorial districts we've gone to previously, are very good in reciting the creed. Not even one of them was bad. So all of them knew how to recite the Dakada Creed. So you have to recite the Dakada Creed with us. To give you a background information, this competition is sponsored solely by a lady who lives in London. And she's doing this under the auspices of Ndito Akwa Ibom. Ndito Akwa Ibom Radio Media London. Radio Media London is actually a program that airs on Rings FM in London. And the name of the curator and facilitator of this competition is called Mrs. Edna Antian, and she lives in London. So I'm giving you that background information to let you know that this event is being beamed live across the World Wide Web, especially on the multimedia handles. And so you are being watched live in UK as we speak. And who knows, you could be watched in any other place around the world. And so I've not formally welcomed them. I'm just giving I'm dealing with you now, the contestants and the schools. I'm trying to give you background information. Well, a question, we'll have 3 rounds since we are hoping that Tinan Institute will join us. But if they don't join us on time, I'm the quiz master. This is 9:30. Immediately it gets to 9:45 and they're not here, I'll get started. So the background information is that when you get on the seats of contests, a question will be thrown to you. In the first round, we'll have 2 questions. In the second round, we'll have 3 questions, each from the 7 subjects you are going to be asked questions from. Don't forget that you're going to have questions from mathematics, English, physics, biology, chemistry, government, and ultimately economics. Please bear that in mind. And so, when you are at the first round, all the 4 schools will be involved. And once you answer a question correctly, you have 10 points. Once you can't answer that question, it will be thrown over for a bonus. And if any school picks up that bonus, they will be awarded 5 points. But in the case where we have 2 schools giving us the answer at the same time, you will be shared the spoils. That the spoils will be shared to you, the points will be shared to you. That's what I mean. 2.5, 2.5 each, and that will be 5 points. Going forward, we go to the next round. How we are going to go to the next round is that the school with the least number of points will be eliminated in the first round, and then we go to the second round. In the second round, you answer 3 questions each from all the subjects in the second round. And then we go through the same regimentation, and then we go to the third round. The school with the least number of points in the second round will be eliminated, and we'll have 2 schools left, and the school with the highest number of points in that final round, third and final round, will go to the grand finale, which will still be held here in Uyo, but at Thomasville Hotel in neutral ground. So once again, I welcome you all the schools: Western Secondary School, Ubesikbo Commercial Secondary School, and Uyo High School. Put your hands together for yourself. Just an additional information. The winners of this competition on the grand finale that will come up on the 24th of January this month will actually go home with a mouth-watering 200,000 naira as cash prize. And that cash prize was minuted in the letter that was sent to your various schools through your principal. So they are very much aware that you have 200,000 naira up for grabs. Additionally, you will be given books. The runners-up will go home with 120,000, which was books, plus silver medals, and excellence awards. Don't forget that the first place team will go home with the 200,000 books, gold medals, excellence award as well. The third place team will go home with 90,000 naira, books, bronze medal, and excellence award. I think that is right about it. If at all we have a school having the same points in any round, we will resort to questions from mathematics to separate the 2 sides. And I'm quite sure by the time we ask a question from mathematics, we would have had a school eliminated. So we are waiting for a Tunan Institute to arrive in the arena. Immediately they get here, we'll get started. But pay adventure, they don't arrive. We will get started without them. And when they join us, we won't be able to integrate them into the competition any longer because time is fast spent. Please, as one of the ground rules, questions that are coming to you will be simple, elementary, straightforward questions. And if at all I notice as a quiz master that the question I will be calling for you, reading for you, the question I will be reading for you will have a need for a calculator. I will personally omit that question. I will not allow that question to sell. So I will ask you to choose another number. And let me tell you, when you come up here as a contestant, the rule is, by the time we get to the subject, for instance, mathematics, we have questions from number 1 to 20 in section A and B, and some of the subjects even have section C too. So when I actually get to that subject and the sections, you will mention a number to show you how transparent the competition is. You will mention a number you want a question to be asked from, and we will ask you a question next. If we see that the answers are a bit controversial, we will drop that question and we'll ask you to take another one. Do you understand? Yes. Good. Brilliantly good. So this morning, I won't be working alone. The quiz master will not be working alone. I will be working with some seasoned professionals, and some of them are serial administrators in their right. As part of those organizing this competition, we have Namti Udo, a member of the organizing committee. Please give him a round of applause. Martins is also another person who is a member of this team. Give him a round of applause in absentia. And to my immediate left, I have Engineer Edet Ian joining me as well. Put your hands together for him. Okay, and I have Mr. Ndito Akwa Ibom joining me as well. Put your hands together for him. We are expecting the state secondary representation from the State Secondary Education Board to join us. They have joined us in the contest at Eke Senatorial District and also joined us in Ikon Senatorial District. And we're hoping that they will join us here. Just for your information, government secondary school Alpha can actually emerge in a keenly contested quiz competition in Eke Senatorial District, while government school, State College, thank you, State College, actually emerge. We have schools from Oborokara coming to join them, not in while in Eke Senatorial District, we had school from Ekeya Okobo, I can't forget that, and Tebi, Esineke, all joining them for the contest, and they met. So today here again, we will have only one person going to the final, and perhaps maybe a waiver will be given to the runners-up here in this competition. That is the second place team in this New Senatorial District contest. Join them because we also had that given to the runners-up of the Ikon Senatorial District contest yesterday. My time here reads 9:33 and it will be 8:33, so I would say 9:33 GMT plus 1. So at the GMT it is actually 8:34. So still early hours of the day in London, and the morning is getting old here in Nigeria. Okay, so you can have tete a tete. How many of you know what tete a tete is? Tete a tete is a term in journalism or in broadcasting that says whispering, interaction. You understand? So I'm going to throw the floor open for you to ask questions when you don't understand, and of course put things together. Let me also mention here, because of the experience we've had in the previous 2 senatorial districts we visited. Let me mention here that once we have objective questions, because there will be objective questions, some will be subjective. But for the objective questions, when we read out the options you have, please agree first among the 3 of you the option you want to go with. What did I say? When once you give me, for instance, I ask, what is the process of extracting sodium from its ore? Or what's the process of extracting sulfur from its ore? And then I give you options. 1, ABAP process. 2, another process. 3, electrolysis. Maybe option C, electrolysis. And you pick, maybe for instance, you pick option B, ABAP process. If ABAP process is not the correct answer, I will say it's not the correct answer. And that will be the end of your trying that question. Do you understand? Of your attempting to answer that question. We will now go straight to the other schools to have it as a bonus. And when the other school mentions an option and they don't get it right, that will be all. They won't have to go for a third one because that has already narrowed down the options you have, and that will tantamount to guesswork and no longer residual knowledge work. You all understand? So I am reinforcing that. Please agree within yourselves what you want to have at your answer before anybody says anything. Thank you very much. At this point, I will invite Mr. Martins to address you if you have a thing or two to say. And of course, after that, Mr. Chibong will address you, and then finally we'll have Engineer Edetnia address you as well. So first, Mr. Martins, do you have some remarks to make as we wait for the Tinan Institute? Thank you.
Good morning, students. Good morning, teachers. This master, panelists. My name is Martin Bassi, the representative of Ndito Akwa Ibom in London. I'm much delighted to be here with us. I was one time a student like this. I've gone through a process like this. I know what it meant. So seeing students like this, it is one of the encouraging parts of life that's really to pass through. Then also, according to Aristotle, it says that learning is not a child's play, that you can never learn without them. So I think the school selected here, by God's grace, you are being pictured now. You don't think you are one of the guys, you are the most best school in Akwa Ibom, in Senatorial district. You are just being favored. So I expect you to sit tight. Before you came out here, you were ready for this competition. So I want you to deliver your best. Are you listening to me, students? I want you to deliver your best. Stop whispering. Stop telling that will disqualify your school reading. So I want you to stop all forms of anything that will disqualify you. Good day, students, and enjoy the rest of the place. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your speech.
Myself, panelists, and my lovely teachers, my students, I want to say very good morning to you all.
Good morning.
Did you hear you well? Good morning to you. Good morning. Well, we had been to Senatorial district for this very event. We were at Ikane yesterday, and I want to tell you that what those students over there did was so amazing. Was so amazing. And this is a platform where we tap and we fish out intellectuals. And for you to be here and for you to stand out to represent your school, it shows that you are so outstanding. Please, can you give yourself an applause? So on that note, I want to encourage you, for you, this is a platform where you move out from your box. You are moving out from your box. You are now being exposed to other schools on a platform known as quiz contest. The prizes that is going to be awarded to you is something that should encourage you and worth going for. So on this note, I want to encourage you to do the best. With your Senatorial district, I'm sure is #1 Senatorial district, true or false? So we want to get the best out from you, and I'm sure by the special grace of God, God will encourage you and He will do more than we expect of you. Please remain calm as the event continues, and I wish you all the best in Jesus' name.
Good morning, students. My erudite master, you are wonderful. Wonderful teachers that did so much, so well, and so wonderful. To bring up these students in this manner, such that they love sciences. We have seen and we've heard, growing up in schools like this, we knew how students became scared of science subjects. They took mathematics and further mathematics. Whenever it was mentioned, those days we would be scared about them. But I can see now you guys are so wonderful. You dare to take that challenge to be science students. You all know that the world is revolving around sciences, and you've done well. You're most welcome. Just a few words for you from the panelists. You're going to score what you need to have to score. You do not want it to have in the round form. with yourselves of the past. And we're going to do our very best, making sure that the right scores are entered for you. We are telling you to be very confident in what you are going to do. So when you come to this seat, to sit down and answer your questions, please do that knowing that you have the whole time, you have the whole world, the world is, you have the whole opportunity to showcase yourself. You have that confidence. Don't be timid. Don't be timid. Even if you are not sure of what is the answer, say what you have as being the answer. Say it with confidence, with boldness, so that you also will be proud of being at the end. If at the end you are not the winner, do not go don't be shy about the whole situation, don't be bothered about the whole situation. But know that it is an opportunity for you to do better next time. Now that's true. Don't cry about anything. Failure is not the end of anything. That's only the step, and you must do and do even better. You are going to do our best. In where you were, nobody knew you. But today, someone in the person of Mrs. Edna Peters created this wonderful occasion, created this platform for you to showcase yourself to the world. Maybe after this time you have opportunity to look at yourself over YouTube or Facebook to see what you did. Yes, we are going to share the link with you. You can go and sit down and watch what you did. How you used to watch others in television. How you used to listen to others in radio. How you used to see what people do. So use the platform to showcase yourself and tell your school that you are actually the best. Of course, there are so many students in West East honestly. Aren't there? Yes. There are. But you were children. There are so many students in your high school. The U.S. is very big. And see the crowd, everybody making noise. But then, the school chooses you to be there. Means that there's something in you that others do not have. Is that okay? Yes, so to Commissioner School, there are so many classmates that you have, you know them. But then you are here, it means that there's something that you have. And therefore, we want you to show us that which you have. Now that's true. Show that which you have. The questions that you're going to be asked are not strange questions at all. But then, what you don't know should be strange to you. Is that okay? And so the one that you know, feel proud about it and sit on top of it and show us that you know it. And the one you don't know what about, that when you go home, you learn to do even better. Now, like I said earlier, it's a platform for you to compete with the world. To compete very boldly. And you be proud at the end that you actually did very well. The quiz master is a wonderful man. He's a science teacher, not just a quiz master. He's a science teacher to the core. And so, any questions that are problematic, he's going to change it. Any questions that are not in line, we're going to change it. I'm not a science student, I'm a science teacher, I'm a quiz master myself. And we are also, so we know the questions. Any questions that are troublesome, we're going to change it. And so we are not going to bother you with questions that are not right. Is that okay? So when you come in, welcome you. We are friends. We are going to do this together. And at the end, we'll be proud that we were successful in what we did. Please put your hands together for coming in together.
Thank you very much, panelists. We are ready to go and first listen to Charles Victor Achino. Thank you very much. The people that will be freezing this moment for us, and of course, beaming these events through the World Wide Web, through the multimedia handles, are the team from Davino Media. So we thank them. Put your hands together for them. Without them, you wouldn't have the memories of this event. They are here. The Tidan Institute are here, so prepare your three contestants. Immediately they arrive, you get to the table. I will formally now open the event, and I will give you just briefly run down the rules one more time, and we'll get started. So, in a few minutes.
Sit over there.
Hello, hello, 1, 2. This sound is echoing. Hello, hello, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. 1, 1.
Brilliant. I can see some of you with your face
1,
mask.
2, 1, 2, 1,
Yes,
2.
but I can't wear my face mask because I'm
1,
talking
2.
and I need to talk to you here. Hello.
1, 2.
1,
1, 2, 1, 2. Sound check.
1 down.
Check. Sound check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Take it from here. Take that board from here.
1, 2. Sound check. Sound check. Testing the mic. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2.
It's too loud.
1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Test 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Sound check 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. That's the correct sound. They got the battery man. One, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Battery, I'm going to change battery. Oh, I don't have time to waste again. Okay, so. Good morning, very beautiful and lovely students of various schools who are joining us here. Good morning to all of you and a happy new year. It's my pleasure to welcome Etinan Institute, the whole school, Uyo High School, Wesitam School, Itu, and Ibesikbo Commercial Secondary School, Ibesikbo. Thank you very much for honoring this invitation to come for the Ndito Akwa Ibom Annual Senatorial District Competition 2022. The name Ndito Akwa Ibom is actually taken from a radio program airing on Rings FM London. And of course, this quiz competition is to promote hard work among students and the culture of reading among students, as well as promote culture and tourism to the world, the Akwa Ibom culture and tourism to the world. It is a non-governmental organization. Just for the record, this is a non-governmental organization. The reason of this competition, like I said earlier, is actually to encourage and challenge students
in public schools to see the importance of education, study hard for a better future. This quiz competition is sponsored by Mrs. Edna Peter Zantia from Ikorobasi local government area. And for the records, let me remind all of you that Ikorobasi, there is no school from Ikorobasi that is participating in this event, to show you how impartial the curator of this competition is. And of course, she lives in London. Edna has no ambition whatsoever in politics, and she has never been in one, and she has not competed, she has not manned any public office so far so good. She is not interested in one as we speak. The State Secondary Education Board officials will be here hopefully, and they will not be here to influence the competition, but just to inspect only and not to interfere with it. The Ndito Akwa Ibom is not in partnership with government, and it's not in partnership with any individual or politician. Rather, it's working under the purview of government rules and regulations. 12 schools are in this competition, and as it stands, we have just 6 more schools left, because the other schools, 6 schools have already been eliminated, and we have 6 schools remaining. And after today, we'll have just 3 schools going into the grand finale, which will be happening at Thomasville Hotel here in New York. I said earlier that the prize tag for this competition is 200,000 naira for the first place team, 120,000 naira for the second place team, and 90,000 naira for the third place team. The subjects you'll be drilled on and asked questions from will be English, mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology, economics, and government. Each school will have to answer 2 questions from each subject in the first round, 3 questions from each subject in the second round, and 4 questions from each subject in the final and third round. Each question carries 10 points. I have said that probably when it's not institute we're not here, so I'm saying this for the purposes of the fresh guys who are joining us. This is a background information. We have not started in any way. Each question carries 10 points and the answer must be provided within 10 seconds. Exception of mathematics, which actually you will be given 15 seconds. Each school must have all the total questions. That means if I ask via school 3 questions, I will also ask the remaining schools 3 questions in the first round. Of course, I've drilled you about every other rule that is written here, and then just on the side, if you like, if you make it to the finals, you can invite your parents to join you there. If we have a team bracketing, that is a team having the same point with another school in any round, we'll go to mathematics to find questions to separate the 2 sides. So at this point, I will now ask all of us to please rise and render the national anthem and render the state anthem, possibly between we sandwich the national pledge and we go over to recite the Dakadakri. So first, the national anthem. National pledge. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my strength, to defend our unity, and uphold our honor and glory to serve our people. The state anthem. Let's arise, Akwa Ibom State, to the
pray together. Akwa Ibomites, rise to the faith of greatness. Rise to the faith that all things are possible. Rise to the faith that Akwa Ibom was created by God out of greatness. Rise to the faith that as a people, we can move beyond biases, ethnicity, religion, and gender. Rise to the fearless. Rise to the faith of our resources, beyond what others see, human and intellectual. Rise to chart a new course for us, our children and the generation of our life unborn. Rise to the faith that one day we shall be counted as a great people, of a great faith, great hands. Rise to the faith that all things are possible and made. Hold fast the vision of faith without wavering, for he who promised is faithful. I rise to the faith that Akwa Ibom was created to be great. I rise to the faith that Akwa Ibom is destined to be great. I am an Akwa Ibomite. I rise to the faith of greatness. Akwa Ibom, Nakada. Please, you can, while still standing, may I invite Mr. Martins to please give us the opening prayers.
Stay there.
Precious and eternal rock of ages,
The maker of heaven and earth,
we thank you for a day like this. We are not better than those that are lying waste in the mortuary. Father, it is by your grace and your love and your mercy that has kept us up till now. We say glory, honor, all adoration be ascribed unto your name forever in the name of Jesus. Father, we about commence our today's ceremony.
Father, we
Ask for your mercy,
ask for
direction, we ask for wisdom. We cannot do without your presence. Father, we need your presence to come and speak for us. In the name of Jesus, we declare this competition open in the name of God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Amen. And amen. Thank you very much. You may now receive your seats.
Thank you. Please let me now invite the teams that are contesting, the contestants, to please move up. You see where the tags are. Okay, first, Ibesipo Commercial Secondary School. Please take your seats. The contestants should take their seats. West Etam Secondary School into. Please come forward, the contestants. So West Etam are not concerned about gender equality. I'm seeing only girls. So there is not even one single boy. Please put your hands together as we welcome the state representation of the State Secondary Education Board. Thank you very much. Madam Carol is here with us, and of course, Mr. Emmanuel Ibom, representing the chairman of the State Secondary Education Board. When the time is right, they will address you accordingly. We are giving out the ground rules, and Exeter Institute is the only school that was not here when we gave those ground rules. And I would love to remind you, as I call Uyo High School, the host school, to take their seats. Uyo High School, the contestants, please take your seats. Just one seat there, so take your seats. And then finally, I have the pleasure of inviting Etinan Institute. Etinan, join us. Thank you, the contestants. It's already 2 minutes after 10 and it's 2 minutes after 9 o'clock in London. So if you're just joining us around the world, this is welcoming you to the 2022 edition of Ndito Akwa Ibom Radio London Media. And this event is holding here in Uyo High School. Uyo High School is a school in Akwa Ibom State Northeast. And Akwa Ibom State Northeast is actually a senatorial district in Akwa Ibom State. And Akwa Ibom State is a state in the south-south region of Nigeria. And Nigeria is a country in the West African sub-region of Africa. And Africa is a continent on the blue marble planet called Earth. And we're going to go full swing into the competition, but just to remind the students one more time, please and please, don't whisper in the audience. If you know the correct answer, keep your mouth shut until the question is thrown to the audience. If you whisper any answer to the contestants, we will cancel and nullify that question, and that question will not hold. And if you do it twice, you will be penalized. The first one you'll be warned, and the second one you will be penalized. And then just remind you that when the question is thrown to you, please and please sit down. Don't stand up to answer it. The only people who have to stand up and answer is when the question is thrown to the audience, and you'll be given a microphone, and you stand up, use that microphone, tell us your name and your school, and answer the question. I will be working alongside the panel, a very seasoned panel of judges, and the accurate timekeeper will be joining me as well. And when the time is right, I will let you know them in their numbers. And to my right are the representation from the State Secondary Education Board. And without much ado, we go full swing into the competition. We are starting right away. And the very first subject we are going to be dealing with will be mathematics. For the purposes of clarity, I will ensure that I rotate properly. That means if I start with Ibesipo Commercial Secondary School, Ibesipo, in this round, I will also start the next round with another school, or the next question with another school, so that we strike a balance. Are we okay? Are we ready to go? If you are ready to go, those that say we should go, say hi. Hi. And those who are against it will say no. So the highs have it. Mathematics, I'm starting with Ibesipo Comprehensive Secondary School. Choose a question from 1 to 20 in section A and 1 to 20 in section B. Remember that when you are mentioning the number, you have to tell me whether it's section A or section B. Are we okay? So Ibesipo Commercial Secondary School, Ibesipo, call a number. Agree first among yourself before you call the number, and where we have options, please and please, please and please, agree first. Where we have options, if there is a question that comes with options, please agree among yourselves, like I said earlier, before you answer, so that we will not nullify your points. Thank you very much. So Ibesipo Commercial Secondary School. Section A, number 5, reads, evaluate 423 base 5 minus 244 base 5. You have 15 seconds.
621 base 5.
Not correct. Bonus. Anybody? You can say with your voice. You don't need the mic. Keep off the mic. I can hear them playing. Bonus.
How many seconds do we have for bonus? 5 seconds.
Okay, the audience, anybody from the audience, please stand up, tell us your name and your school.
My name is Joycelyn William, and I'm in auxiliary city. The answer is 124 base 5.
Correct! Please put your hands together for her. The girl from Ndito Institute lighting this event already, and the event is really coming alive. 2 questions each for this round. Please, my attention has been drawn to the fact that you actually have to raise your hand to answer a bonus question. You don't need to. When once a bonus question is thrown, just give us the answer. Do you understand? And you have 5 seconds to give us the answer. If after 5 seconds can provide it, we go straight to the audience. Thank you very much. Take your second question, Ibesipo Commercial Secondary School.
Section B number
Section B, number 2. Express I'm not exactly, this is an integration sign and it's supposed to be square roots. Please choose another question. Choose another question, please. Number 1, section what? Section B. What is the value of sine 0 in the ratio? That's another controversial question. Please choose another one. Number 5, section B. The population of a village, 5,846. Then the question should be, the population of a village is 5,846. Express this number to 3 significant figures.
500.
Sit down, please. Correct. Please put your hands together for them. When they get the answer correctly, put your hands together for them. Please, I'm reminding you again, nobody is putting you under pressure. There's no tension anywhere. Take your time. We're not saying all of you are very intelligent. If you don't know mathematics, you will know English. Do you understand? Good. So when you want to answer a question, don't get tense. Just give us the answer. Sit down. Do you understand? Be bold. Alright? Even if you are saying nonsense, say it with confidence. The engineer said that earlier. Do you understand? Good. Alright, so I moved to Western Secondary School, E2. Question, be audible. Question number 7, section B. What is the probability that an integer selected from this set of integers 20, 21, 30 is a prime number? Let me read that again. What is the probability that an integer selected from this set of integers? The integers are 20, 21, to 30 as a prime number. What is the probability that what will be taken there will be a prime number? Audible, be audible. Bonus. Please ring the bell so that we can hear. Say that again. Not correct. Not correct. Please, I'm going straight to the audience. Just stand up and tell us. You in front.
My name is Danny from 1992.
Okay.
The answer to the question is 2 all over 11.
Brilliant! Please put your hands together for him. 2 all over 11 is the correct answer. I'm still staying with you in Western Secondary School for your second question, right? Good. Give me a number. Question number 4, section B. Section A. Simplify in bracket minus a squared m in bracket raised to the power of 4. Open bracket minus 4 raised to the power of 2m minus 4 minus a, please. Please, let me take that again. Evaluate, simplify, open bracket minus a squared m close bracket raised to the power of 4. Simplify, open bracket, minus 4 squared m minus a squared, please, minus a squared m plus bracket close raised to the power of 4. Say that again. Sit down. Minus a raised to the power of what? Minus a raised to the power of bonus. A raised to the power of what? The answer here is, audience please.
My name is Felicia. The answer is
your hands together for that. All of you said -4 raised to the power of 8m, and you didn't put a 4. So that small thing takes all the marks from you. But you did brilliantly well. Appreciate them with a round of applause. I'm coming over to the whole school now, your high school. Choose your number. Question number 1, section A. Listen attentively. Express 5.4 times 10 raised to the power of -3 in ordinary form. Express 5.4 times 10 raised to the power of -3 in ordinary form.
000.54.
Say it again.
000.54.
Correct. Next time, they are still correct. Next time, you mean saying 0.005. But I'll give you. Say that again. It's not correct. The teachers are saying it's not correct. It's not me. So take 5 points away from them. It's not correct.
It's not even correct. What is correct?
He said 0.54.
It's not correct.
It's not correct. Oh, thank you very much. It's not correct. You're not correct. Wrong, please. Take full marks away from them. Thank you. Choose your next question. Question number 6. Section A. The answer to that question is 0.0054. 0.0054. Thank you. Please put your hands together for me. Question number 6, section A, right? Simplify log 64 base 4 is equals to x. Bonus question.
3 is the answer. 4. 3 is the answer.
3 is the answer. Please give them full bonus points. Basic commercial secondary school with the bonus answer there. Correct. I'm still with the high school, right? That was the first question. Or say that's all. Okay, so I'm going to Etina Institute, Etina. Etina, choose your question, please. Question number 3, section A. Evaluate x raised to the power of 6 all over open bracket minus x close bracket raised to the power of 4. Evaluate x raised to the power of 6 all over open brackets minus x close brackets raised to the power of 4.
They have started talking. Go on.
Talk.
Minus m raised to the power of 2.
Number what? Say that again. What
This is your answer?
Minus m raised to the power of 2.
is explained?
Correct. Please give them full points. Thank you. We're going to your next question now. Choose a number.
Question number 3, section B.
Question number
3,
section
section B.
B. Wow. Simplify log 243 base 3. Simplify log 243 base 3.
Strike with the answer.
Correct. And And with that, we are done with mathematics for this round. Please note, for this round. Up next, we take up English. And I'm still going to go in a clockwise direction. This time, I'm starting with, Etinan Institute. That's what it should be. I'm starting with Etinan Institute. Etinan. We have 1 to 20 questions in section A and 1 to 20 questions in section B. Okay, we will advise you to stay with section B. Don't ask questions, don't mention numbers from section A for reasons best known to us. Do you understand? So we only have section B for you to choose from. We just hope that the questions will be enough to take us through all the rounds. So up we go, choose a number. It's in an institute. Question number 5. What is the antonym? What is antonym and a synonym? Define antonym and a synonym.
Antonym are what opposite in meaning. Synonym are what similar in meaning.
Correct. Please give them full points. Thank you. Choose another question.
Question number 7.
Question number 7. What are homonyms?
Homonyms are what that have the same sound pronunciation.
Say that again.
Homonyms are what that have the same sound pronunciation. The different spelling.
I won't give it to him. No, that's not correct. You missed a very vital thing. Bonus question. Bonus question. When you know, just say it. Bonus, not audience now. Bonus. Time is over. So audience, please.
My name is Daniel Agasimakio. And the names of West and Secondary School. Homonyms are words that have the same spelling but different meaning.
Okay, sit down. Thank you. I wouldn't give her a round of applause because the correct definition is that homonyms are words that have same pronunciation and spelling but are different in meaning. You understand? Same pronunciation, but and same spelling but different in meaning. Like for instance, who can give a typical of such? Saw. Good. I won't say more than that. All right, so we go straight to, we're coming in the reverse order now. We are high school. Question number 3. How many sounds do we have in English language? How many sounds do we have in English language? Please don't whisper. You will be penalized. Don't whisper. How many sounds do you have in English?
5.
Bonus question. Sit down. Correct. I give it to Western Secondary School. As full bonus point, please. Please put your hands together for them. Let me say something. When I went to a Senatorial district, I didn't have to tell them to put their hands together for anybody. They just knew exactly what to do. So I expect a very lively audience. When they give correct answers, applaud them. You understand? Thank you very much. I'm done with yes, right? Or that's just, you have yet to call the second number. Give me the second number. Question number 7. Taken. Question number 10. Mention 3 types of subordinate clause. Mention 3 types of subordinate clause.
Yesterday we talked about this, you and I. You remember when I told you I did tabak or something?
Time is over, please. The time is up.
Sit down.
Bonus question. I don't have the time. Bonus question. But say, be loud. Be audible. Time for bonus is over. Audience, please.
My name is Felicia. I'm a student in the answers are adjectival clause, noun clause, and adverbial clause.
Please put your hands together for her. I'm coming to Ibesikpo Commercial Secondary School. Ibesikpo now. Give me your number. Number 3 taken.
Number 5.
Number 5 taken.
Number 11.
Number 11. What figure of speech is the expression below? What figure of speech is the expression below? The expression is the child is the father of the man. The child is the father of the man. What figure of speech is that? Not correct.
Paradox.
It's not their time.
They still have their time. Don't say anything until their time is over. Over?
Paradox.
Correct. Give West Ham 2 points, please. Please and please, don't be tense. I keep saying it. When that thing you just did is as a result of what we call stage fright. Do you understand? So please and please comport yourself. Wait till the bell goes before you come for your bonus question. Do you understand? Okay, second question from Ibesikpo Commercial Secondary School.
Number 9.
Question number 9. Mention the various types of clauses. Mention the various types of clauses.
Yeah. Adjectival clause, adverbial clause, and noun clause.
Not correct.
Adverbial clause.
Now, main clause that is
I won't even wait for them to do any other thing. I have. Was that time over? It is over now. So take off for that. Take that for a bonus question. What's the answer? Anybody? What did you say? Share the points among them. Correct. Share the points between the high school and university. Main clause and subordinate clause. That's correct. Please, I don't need noise. Please, let's minimize noise. Thank you. If you have grievances, you can raise your hand. I'll give you opportunity for you to hear your grievances. Thank you. All right, I'm going to West Etam Secondary School into. Give me your number.
Question 10.
Question 10. Taken.
Number 1.
Number 1. What is an article?
An article is a word that comes before a noun. An article is a piece of writing.
Please, the first thing you said, say it again.
An article is a word that comes before a noun.
An article is a word that describes a list of expressions.
Is that correct? Bonus, be to the audience now, please.
My name is Ndito Akwa Ibom. I'm a student of the high school. An article is a word that has a, and a.
Not correct. An article, sit down, thank you. An article is a word which indicates the particular thing the speaker and writer is talking about. Let me say that again for purposes of learning for all of us. An article is a word which indicates the particular thing. English grammarians would say the particular thing the speaker and writer is talking about. Please put your hands together for me. And with that, that's your second question, right? First, okay, so give me another number.
Question number 8.
Question number 8. What is a clause?
A clause is a word. A clause is a word that is a sentence that has a final verb and can stand on its own and make a conclusion.
I don't agree with you.
A clause is a sentence that
Time of bonus.
a clause is the word.
A clause can be referred as a group of words. Just a
has a subject and a verb?
Please, I'm going to hear from both of you because you said almost at the same time. Let me hear the first.
A clause can be defined as a group of words which has a subject and a fixed verb.
What did you say?
Clause is a group of words that has a subject, the main verb, and the object.
I will give it to Idesiko Commercial Secondary School. Please give them full round of applause. Thank you. Okay, we're going to the next subject now, and it will be chemistry. And I am starting with the school I finished from, West Etam. Okay, so West Etam, pick your question. Number of questions we have 1 to 20 in section A and 1 to 20 in section B. So choose.
Question 4 in section A.
Question 4 in section A. Water gas is a mixture of, listen to the options. Water gas is a mixture of A, carbon 4 oxide and hydrogen, B, carbon 4 oxide and carbon monoxide, C, carbon monoxide and hydrogen, D, carbon monoxide and nitrogen.
D. Carbon 4 oxide and hydrogen. D. Carbon 2 oxide and nitrogen.
I want just one. Listen, please wait. It will be impartiality because we even have a mix-up on the question paper here. Please wait. Let me hear from West Etam. West Etam, I will need just one option. Give me one option. The water gas is a mixture of what?
Simply repeat the last option. D.
Carbon monoxide and nitrogen.
Carbon is A.
Is A. Carbon 4 oxide and hydrogen. Yes. Okay, so what answer did you give? A. Correct. Give them full points. Thank you. She said carbon what?
She said
A is carbon 4 oxide and hydrogen now. So that's what we have there.
number 4.
Okay, this answer is controversial. Let me tell you why it is controversial. The question here and the options we were given does not match with the answer we were given. Do you understand? But all of us who are science students know what would be the byproduct of a water mixture. Am I right? Yes. So that we stick with the questions the way they were sent by the school and the answer, we have to cancel that number and allow them to choose another one. Do we agree? Yes. Okay. So go ahead, give me another number.
Question number 2, section B.
Question number what?
2.
Section B. Section B. Question number 2, right? Question B. The purity of a solid sample can be best determined. The purity of a solid sample can best be determined by its dash.
Melting point.
Correct. Please put your hands together for that. Second number, please.
Question number 7, section B.
The high boiling point of hydrogen fluoride can be explained in terms of dash. The high boiling point of hydrogen fluoride can be explained in terms of what's giving it its high boiling point.
Hydrogen bond.
Correct! I'm coming back this way, right? So, if it's Igbo Commercial Secondary School, you can now choose your question. Number 8, section A. Calculate a empirical formula of a compound containing 14.30% by mass of hydrogen and 85.70% by mass of carbon. If the relative molecular mass is 28, int carbon is equals to 12 and 4 is equals to 1. Calculate the empirical formula of a compound containing 14.30% by mass of hydrogen and 85.70% by mass of carbon. If the relative molecular mass is 28, int carbon is equal to 12 and 4 is equal to hydrogen. 4 is equal, yes, hydrogen is equals to 1. Thank you. Your time. What number was that? Number 8, right? What's your answer? Let me hear the bonus. I didn't call the options for basic, but please type them again. We're going back again. The options are A, 2, B, 1, C, 3, and 4, 5. That is D, 5.
3.
Number 8. Your time is still. Oh, that's you can just choose one more option. Say okay. 2 is correct. Who said 2? 2 of them said 2. So share the point among them. Please put your hands together. Okay, we are still staying with basic commercial secondary school. Your next question. Number 4, section A. Taken. Number 1, section B. Section A. Petrol can be obtained from lubrication of oil by A. Fractional distillation, B. Vaporization, C. Sublimation, D. Decantation. Correct. I'm done with them. I'm coming over to EI school now. EI school, give me your number. Number 3, section A says the number of replaceable hydrogen atom in one molecule of an acid indicates is A. Alkalinity, B. Basicity, C. pH value, and D. Reactivity. What does it indicate? Correct. Please put your hands together. Who gave that answer? Yes. Okay. That's yes. Choose your next number now. That's not your second question. Good.
Question number 8.
Taken.
Question number 10.
Question number 10.
Session
6.
Session 8.
Alkanodes are produced from alkanols by A. Saponification, B. Oxidation, C. Fermentation, D. Esterification. Alkanodes are produced by alkanols by A. Saponification, B. Oxidation, C. Fermentation, and D. Esterification. Brilliantly correct. Please give them 2 points. Please, let's go over to Chilean Institute. Choose your question in chemistry. Question number 1. Question number 2, section A. Which of the following is a chemical change? A. The dissolving of common salts in water. B. The melting of ice. C. Boiling of a liquid. D. Burning of wood. Say, come out and raise your voice. Let me hear you. Is that your final answer? A. Good. You can't choose again because it's already taken something. Correct. I give it to them. No, when once, listen, this is what happens. Listen, when once you take an option, you won't wait for a bell. Because if that happens, it becomes a guesswork. I have said it at the beginning. We have options, am I right? Yes. Okay, so good. Thank you. So when once you take an option, because if not, you keep saying this, and that, and then you get it. Please. So I'm giving up that demonstration who say the correct body of wood. Please give them full bonus point. I am right. I'm not faster. That was number 2. Was that your second question or first? Okay, so give me your next number. Question number 4, section B. The mass spectrometer can be used to measure the mass of dash. The mass spectrometer can be used to measure the mass of dash. What brought 1,805? I am asking the mass spectrometer can be used to measure the mass of dash.
Mass of graduation.
Audience, please. I will give it to her. It could be used in measuring atom. And atom is what the spectrometer is used in measuring. Was that your second question? Yes. Okay, so we are done with chemistry, right? And we are going over to physics now. And this time I am starting with the whole school. We use high school. We have a number of questions here. It's 1 to 20 for physics in section A and 1 to, I think, 22 for section B. So we high school, choose your questions. 5, section A. Sunglasses are used to reduce intensity of sunlight from the eyes. The scientific application. Okay, let me read that again. The sunglasses are used to reduce intensity of sunlight from the eyes. The scientific application of these effects or of this effect is called. Please let's Sunglasses are used to reduce the intensity of sunlight from the eyes. The scientific application of this effect is called what?
Radiation.
Not correct.
Reflection.
Not correct.
can say as many. These are not bonus question.
Application of light wave.
Application of what?
Light wave.
That's not correct.
My name is Felicia. I'm a student of the arts. My answer is polarization.
Correct. Please put your hands together for that. Polarization. Second question for your school. Your school, choose your question. Question number 3. Section what? Section A. Please, is the other microphone available? I'm told people who are watching us through the World Wide Web are not hearing us. Please, can we bring the other mic so that the students can use this? There will be somebody. Okay, let's not use the microphone. Just speak loud. Do you understand? So that they can hear you. We don't need the microphone. We don't need the microphone. Just speak out loud. Sorry. Be very audible. You say question number 1 this time? 3. What is the accepted relationship between linear expansion and area expansion? What is the relationship between linear expansion and area expansion? Bonus question.
It is the increase in length. Is it the increase in unit length of that particular object?
That's not correct.
2 times alpha.
Correct! Please put your hands together for her. Okay, we're still with you, right? On physics. That was the first question. That was second. Okay, so I'm going to go to External Institute Etina now. Choose your number.
Question number 5, section 8.
Question number 5, section 8. Second.
Number 7, section 8.
The device used for storing and transferring charges is called. The device used for storing and transferring charges is called. Not correct. Bonus.
Transformer.
Say that again.
Transformer.
Somebody say somebody else. Don't say anything until you are asked to say something in the audience, please.
Electrophorus.
This person first said that electro something, so I'm going to give it to you basic go commercial secondary school. You will need. Not electro. That's what I'm saying now. So I'm giving points to the basic, but that's what I'm saying. I'm giving points to. Let me stand up. Let me stand up.
We all people when you're talking.
There are ground rules. I gave ground rules before we started. It is only when a bonus question has not been answered that member of the audience can attempt that question. Please don't do that again. And to the contestants, when you are outside playing with your friends, we hear your voice. Speak up so that people who are watching you from London can hear you properly. They are interested in the answers. They are also judging. So that nobody will be said to have been partial here. Do we understand? Good. I am with who now? It's in an institute, right? That was the second question. Okay, so second question now. Give me a number. Question number 5, section B. Let's see what that reads. It reads, dash is a tendency of a liquid to rise or fall in a narrow tube. Correct. Please give full marks there. So I'm coming to West Etam Secondary School. It will choose your question. Question number 6, section A. Mention 2 ways of charging electroscope to create charges on the brass disc. Mention 2 ways of charging electroscope to create charges on the brass disc.
Charging by friction and charging by induction.
Charging by what?
Friction and charging by induction.
By
Induction.
okay. That's not correct. Bonus. Any member of the audience? Okay, nobody in the audience. This is what is going to happen. That's why I am the quiz master. She said, what did you guys say? You said charging by friction. In other words, friction is the coming together. There must be contact before there is friction. Do you understand? And then she also said charging by induction, right? Okay, so I'll give full points to West Etam Secondary School. So please put your hands together for them. I'm a science teacher, so there are answers we will provide that may not be written on this paper verbatim. But because of the common knowledge of science I have, I understand what you're about to say, so I can give you full points where it matters. Do you understand? Okay, thank you. If another team, why I threw the bonus question to them was, if they were able to say by contact and electrostatic induction, I would have given full marks to them. Because this person said by deduction, do you understand? By friction, do you understand? Okay, so that's why I threw it over. I'm on the right path. That was the first question, right? So give us another number. Question number 10, section A. It reads, what is the working principle of a potentiometer? What is the working principle of a potentiometer? Please let's all put our phones in silence. Sorry, mine rang earlier. Put it in silence now. What is the working principle of a potentiometer?
The working principle of the potentiometer states that when you charge in use, the volume you charge is the volume of electrical charge used.
Please be audible so I can hear you.
The working principle of the potentiometer states that the volume of charge is the volume of
You are not correct. Bonus question. Nobody. Member of the audience.
The length of class is equal to the potential difference.
That's not correct. I know when a student wants to get something. If they wanted to say something, immediately I said bonus, they would have jumped on and said something. Please, audience, anybody in the audience? Please ring the bell, let us hear. Okay, the correct answer to that question is the working principle of a potentiometer says that resistance of the conductor, which is a wire in this case, is directly proportional to the length of the wire used. Did you do electricity in school? Have you done electricity? Topic in physics called electricity. Have you been told about Faraday? Have you been told about Ohm's law? Okay, so that means this question is not out of place. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so we are done with West Etam now, and so we are going to the last school, right? You guys have not answered any question in physics, have you? No, so you are the last one for physics now, right? Okay, so choose a number.
Question 2, section A.
Question 2, section A. Two metal rulers A and B are riveted together and heated. The ruler A curves B as both of them curve. What does this illustrate? Please choose another question. That question has not been properly asked.
Number 4.
Choose another question.
Number 4, section A.
Number 4, section A reads, when heat energy is carried and circulated in the liquid between the hotter part and the colder part of the liquid, the process is called, hear the question well. When heat energy is carried and circulated in the liquid between the hotter part and the colder part of the liquid, the process is called, not correct?
Sublimation.
Not correct?
Convection.
I'm going to penalize that person and I will ask her to leave for another person to join. If that's the second time you are doing that, Don't do that again. I'm throwing bonus question. If please, who is the teacher that came from Western? Please, can I see you? Please, if they do that again, I'm going to send that person out and bring out another person. That's why you have students. In my days, when you go for competition, you have extra people like substitutes on the bench so that if somebody misbehaves, you can change that person. It's part of rules of the contest. Do you understand? Please don't do that again. Good. Okay, so bonus question now. I'm not giving bonus. Okay, so we are done with that. Choose your next question. The correct answer is convection. What's the opposite of conventional heat? That's not correct. That's what right why you don't know the opposite of conventional heat. It is called convectional. It is either heat is transferred conventionally or convectionally. If you go to Ibom beach and the shore is hot, but you enter the water is cold. That is a phenomenon that explains convectional and conventional heat transfer. I won't talk more than that. I'm done. Please, we are going to biology now. Yes, please choose another number. Number 11, section A says. Number 11, section A says, what is one advantage of potentiometer over voltmeter in measuring electromotive force of a cell, EMF?
It measures the potential difference of the circuits at each end.
It measures the what?
The potential difference at each end.
Bonus question now. Time's up. Nobody knows. Audience, please. Bonus, nobody. Okay. The advantage a potentiometer has over voltmeter is one, it measures more accurately than a voltmeter. A potentiometer measures more accurately than voltmeter. Another thing you could have said is it measures the highest degree of precision. That is more precise in measurement. And another thing you could say is it can measure EMF when it all gives no current. You need to go back and do practicals on physics. I can still remember these practicals in my head. When you put up the potentiometer, put a wire which is a conductor, and then you measure the potential difference between the two ends of that conductor. Okay, I'm done with what now? Physics, right? We're going to biology, and we finished from, when did I start physics from? Royal School. Have I started any question with the Senatorial Institute? Have I started with Western? So I've never started with the No, I started with them first. So I'm ending with them. I'm starting with you again. Do you understand? Okay, so Ibom Comprehensive Secondary School, Ibom Biology. Choose your question. We have questions from 1 to 20 in section A and 1 to 22. No, 1 to 20 in section B. So choose from any of which. Number 3, section E. The process of filtering materials from the glomerulus in the Bowman's capsule is called biology now. When you drink your water and it enters your stomach, when it gets to the point of digestion, what is that process called?
Ultrafiltration.
That is so it was bonus time now, so I'm giving it to them. Go sit down, full points. Please put your hands together for them. Go sit down, say it first.
It's wasting time. It's wasting time. They said it first. They were waiting for the
Okay, so choose another question. If it's equal commercial secondary school. Number 1. The structure in insects that performs the same function as phlegm cell in flatworm is called what? Not correct. Bonus. Say that again.
Bladder.
Not correct. Correct. Please put your hands together for her. What's the name? Felicia. Felicia from here high school. Brilliant, brilliant. Very brilliant. Thank you. Okay, so I go to West Etam now, biology. Choose your number. Question number 7.
Be audible.
The end products of digested food are absorbed in the small intestine by tiny finger-like structure called. Pronounce that again. I give it to you. Give her full marks. Correct. We are not in an English class. If we'd been in an English class, I would say it's pronounced V-like structure. They line the walls of the intestine and they carry out absorption through what process? Osmosis of diffusion? Brilliantly correct. Thank you very much. And we're done with West Etam now, right? That was the first question. Oh, give me the second number.
Question 10, section A.
Question 10, section A. The entire breaking down of glucose molecule from glycolysis to Krebs cycle provide a total net formation of dash ATPs.
20.
Not correct?
21.
Not correct.
30.
Not correct.
29.
Not correct. Say that again. Not correct. Not correct. Not correct. The correct? Okay, you go ahead. Say that again. Not correct. The correct answer here is 38. Please put your hands together for me. Okay, so I'm done with West Etam. I started with Ibesipo, right? So I'm going to Etinan Institute now. Etinan. Choose your question. Question number 2, section A. Plants with naked seed are generally classified as. Plants with naked seed are generally classified as.
False fruit.
Speak like a science student. Don't that was English. You just say English. There's a difference how you talk as a science student. Bonus, anybody? Bonus, wait. Bonus time is over. Yes, the person that stood up. Brilliantly correct. Put your hands together for me. And so that will remind you that the opposite of plants that have plant their seeds enclosed are called angiosperms. Thank you very much. Okay, so we go over now to, we are still staying with the Etinan Institute for their second question, right? Okay, so give me a number. Question number, section B. Question number 2, section B. A functioning unit of a cell is called dash. A functioning unit of a cell is called dash. Not correct. Not correct. Not correct. Not correct. Audience, please.
My name is Ndito Akwa Ibom. The correct answer is tissue.
Not correct. The correct answer to that question is organelle. Have you ever heard of that before? Yes. Okay. I am done with that institute and I'm going to your high school, the go school now. Choose your number. Question number 16, section A. In tissue respiration, energy is stored in dash. In tissue respiration, energy is stored in dash. Bonus time. Where is that coming from? Where is that coming from? In tissue respiration, energy is stored as dash. To the audience now, bonus time is over.
Energy is stored as NADH.
So say that again.
NADH.
NADH. And what is that in full meaning?
Nicotine adenosine di.
Sit down, thank you. The correct answer is adenosine triphosphate, ATP. Can you recall your photosynthesis very well? Yes. When you go read it again, you'll understand. Thank you. And second question here at school now. Number 10, section A, taken.
12.
Number 12, section A. The red blood cell is placed in distilled water. The red blood cell takes in water and becomes swollen and burst. What process is this? When red blood cell is placed in a distilled water, a red blood cell takes in water and becomes swollen and burst. What process is this called? Please say that again. Which one are you? Two people are saying the same thing from the same school. Agree on what you want. Hemolysis. Correct. Please give them 2 points. If you say what the first thing you said, plasmolysis, and this one say hemolysis, that's I don't know what to take there. So you need to agree on what to say and then tell me. Do you understand? Okay, so I'm done with biology for your high school now, right? Where did I start with? Who did I start with? I started with them. So we are done with biology. Okay. So we are going straight to government. Are we together? I'm finishing with Uyo High School and I am restarting government with them. Give me a number, Uyo High School. Number 1, section A. Okay, we have questions from number 1 to 20 in section A and number 1 to 20 in section B. So number 1 question in section A reads, which constitution first introduced bicameral legislature in Nigeria? Which constitution? Not correct. Or a good attempt. Be audible, be loud, be confident. I want to hear you. What did you say?
Richard's Constitution, 1922.
I will give you Richard Constitution, but it's 1946. I'll give him full marks. You know why I'm giving him full marks? What they asked him wasn't the year. They asked us which constitution. So it is Richard Constitution. So we will Please give me another number.
Number 5.
Number 5. Decentralization is a feature of federal system of government. There is an error in that question. Please take another number.
Number 3.
Number 3. Which of the following is not an attribute of a state? I would say option A. I would say what is written here is definite territory, and grammatically, I think in syntax that would be wrong. So I would say defined territory. That's 1. B is population. C is government. D is common language. Unfortunately, I can't find answers here, but
Common language.
which of these is not an attribute of a state? What did you say?
Common language.
Correct. I give it to you 2 points. In Akwa Ibom, we have Igbo people, we have Yoruba people. That does not define us as a state. What defines us is our territorial integrity, which is actually the territory, population of a state like America that is 350 million people, and the government is an institution to run the affairs of that state. They are all attributes of the government, but language will never be the attribute of a government. Thank you very much. Am I right? Please put your hands together for me. I am done with 2 schools now in government, right? 1 school. So I'm going to 18 and Institute now, right? Okay, 18 and Institute, give me your number. Question number 7, section A. Wow, this one is almost the same thing like that one, but let's see if we can play with it. A common language is one of the attributes of dash. A common language is one of the attributes of dash. A common language is one attribute of a dash. It's ambiguous. Please take another question. Please, can we go to section B? Let's leave section A because almost all of them are like that. Let's go to section B. Choose questions from section B. Question number 4 in section B. It reads, the separation of judicial, legislative, and executive function is designed to prevent dash. What is it designed to prevent? That's separation of power. So, what is it designed to prevent? Yes,
Check and balance.
bonus question.
Check and balance.
I would. That's still one of the answers. Well, the answer here is tyranny. So if somebody actually says dictatorship, it will still be correct. They say separation of power is still one of the things that makes for separation of power between the judiciary, the legislative arm, and the executive arm. So that question is still ambiguous. Please let me plead and appeal to everybody. Let them take another question. Do you understand? Okay, thank you. The teachers have agreed with me. So choose another number.
Question number 10.
Section B, right? Yes, because we're staying with section B. Private ownership. Private ownership of the means of production is central to dash. That one should be obvious. Correct! Give them full points. Okay, that was your first question, right? Choose another one. Choose another number. Question number 2. One of the distinctive features of democracy is that it's dash. This question 2 is ambiguous. Please choose. If we can't get questions in government enough, we will strike out government in this context, then calculate the score you have in other subjects, and then we choose who will be going for the next round. So let me take one more question. Let me see. If it's happening again, we're going to strike off government.
Question number 20.
Question number 20. The head of government under the 1979 constitution is the head of government under the 1979 constitution is the
Prime Minister.
not correct.
Head of state.
It's not there to honest. You again.
Please, let teacher come.
I observe something. When you look at the students, you know they are under tension. So, you will look at them, they assume.
Okay, so you have a way of taking it back to me. No problem.
Sorry, sir. Excuse me. Please. Sorry, sir. That's no good defense.
God bless you.
You all were told.
The rules.
Not the rules. They should listen to the bell.
Yes.
If you do that again, we will use our better power here to change it.
Thank you very much,
Listen
ma'am.
to the bell. It is only when the bell has gone. This man looking at you, should he close his eyes to sit? He has to move his eyes around the hall. So that's no good defense. Not just to them, all the students. Listen when the time is up, you just hear the bell and then you go for your bonus. Please.
Okay, so the person said Prime Minister, and I said it's not correct, and their time is over, right? So now bonus. Audience, please.
My name is Ndito Akwa Ibom, and the answer is head of state.
Not correct. The answer is president. Head of state is peculiar. Your time is up. Your time was up at the time to say it. The head of state is peculiar to military rule and not the 1979 constitution, which was drafted during the transition period of Shehu Shagari. Okay, can't get him into the fool here. Okay, so I'm living there. I started government with you, right? Okay, so I'm going straight to where's it now?
Question number 6.
So we are staying with section B. Question number 6. In a federal constitution, legislative powers that are shared by two levels of government are referred to as. That one is very peculiar. Please, I need a change of mind. In a federal constitution, say in Nigerian constitution, legislative powers that are shared by two levels of government are referred to as
Bicameral legislation.
not correct.
Bicameral legislation and unicameral legislation.
That's question for Wesington and not for you. Bonus time now.
Bicameral legislation and unicameral legislation.
That's not correct. Audience.
My name is Kevin Anthony. I'm a student of Western Secondary School. The correct answer is federalism.
No, the correct answer is concurrent. Concurrent means two things happening at the same time. So the legislative arm of government in Nigeria is being run by two houses at the same time. The two houses are the Nigerian Senate and the House of Representatives. Do you understand? We are all learning together. Me, I'm learning from you too. I'm not jack of all knowledge. I'm learning from even the representation from the State Secondary Education Board. I'm learning from your teachers too. You understand? Okay. So that was the first question or second? Okay, so give us another number. Question number 9. The main representative body of the United Nations is the dash. The main representative body of the United Nations is dash.
Prime Minister.
Do you hear the question?
The White House.
Bonus question. Say that again. Council of Assembly. Council of Assembly. I need it to be more of a political science term because government is a political science. I'm going to wait for him.
give me, because he's there, I can afford to give him half marks. So I want him to correct himself. Members of the audience, your time was up. You can't correct yourself. The correct answer there is General Assembly. Nobody clapped for me. Okay, we are done with 2 questions for you, right? For Western. Okay, so we are now coming to basic community comprehensive secondary school. Okay. Question number 8. The representative of a Commonwealth country in another member state is known as
Ambassador.
Talk as someone who was colonized by the UK, by Britain.
An ambassador.
An ambassador would suffice if we are talking international relations. Bonus. Please, audience, please.
My name is Nero Francis Eko. I'm a student from Uyo High School. The correct answer is ambassador.
The correct answer to that question is High Commissioner. Commonwealth nations are nations that have been colonized by United Kingdom, London, where they are watching us from. Do you understand? So anybody that moves from a Commonwealth nation to another is said to be a High Commissioner. But in international relations, when a person is sent to man the embassy of one country in another country, that person is called an ambassador. Do you understand? Okay. You are hearing me, right? Are you all hearing me? Okay, so we can continue without the microphone because we don't have much time. Okay, I'm done with government now, right? That was your first question? Okay, so give me your number for the next question. Question number 2. One of the distinctive features is controversial. Okay, so give me another number. 18. An example of a country ruled by a constitutional monarch is dash. If you give me any country at all, I'm going to give you full marks. Eh? Say that again. Britain. Correct. I give them full marks. What I'm showing you is Morocco. Can anybody tell me another country that is ruled by a monarch? And aside from that, another country, prominent country ruled by a monarch, and the people in the Middle East, the Saudi Arabia, the Oman, all of those countries are ruled by a monarch. Do you understand? Including Britain. Congratulations. So that we're done with government. So we are going straight to economics in Africa. Okay. In economics, I beg to start this time. Have I started with Western before? I'm starting with you, and I'm just finishing with Ibesipo. I'm looking for where to start from. Let me start with Ibesipo again. Ibesipo, this is the third time I'm starting with you. How many times have I started with you? How many times have I started with you? 2. Okay, so let me start with the Tina Institute this time. Section, we have number 1 to 20 in section A, and number 1 to 19 in section B. So choose section A or B. Please give them more. They say you don't have economics question number section. So what did you say? Section 2.
Question 2, section A.
Okay. Data presented in tables are usually arranged in dash and dash.
Rows and columns.
Correct. Next number. Question number 5. Scale of preference is that simple? Scale of preference is Define scale of preference, if that's how you understand it. Define scale of preference. This is elementary economics. Go ahead.
Scale of preference is a table showing the needs of a buyer.
She was still talking.
Scale of preference is a table showing the needs of a buyer, although the money with him is not enough for him.
You're not correct. Bonus, please. Scale of preference.
Arrangement of funds according to their relative importance.
Correct. Two bonus marks, please. Do you know why I told them to wait? Let me tell you why I told them to wait. When this girl was talking, when the girl from 8962 was talking, the bell went off and she wanted to stop. So the representation from State Secretary Education Board now said that she should continue that she was talking. At that point, it was these guys who wanted saying something first, and they had given a clue. So when by the time they give a clue, these ones will now know what to say to the end. So it will be impartiality for me to now tell them break. So let me now hear from them. While they were the first to say something. Do you understand? So I had to allow them to say, if they had gotten it wrong, I would have listened to this one. Do you understand? In bonus question, it is the school that says something first that is taken. But if two of them say something first at the same time, we now share the bonus points. Do you understand? Have I made clarity? Good.
I hope all of us are satisfied. Are we okay?
Okay, so we have had 2 questions from who now? It's in an institute. Okay, so I'm coming to your high school, Uyo now. Your 2 questions?
Number 1.
Question number
1.
Which section?
Section A.
Question number 1, section A has been, it has not been taken, right? Okay. The most widely accepted definition of economics was given by Professor what? I've done a mistake there. I've given them a clue. Take another question. Number 3. Opportunity cost is dash.
Alternative program.
Correct. Give them clue. Your second question?
Number 5.
Taken.
Number 7.
The difference between the highest and the lowest figures in a series of marks is called. The difference between the highest and lowest figures in a series is called.
Range.
Correct. Mexico Commercial Secondary School. Your question. Your time is now. So give me your number. Question number 9. The demand curve is dash. The demand curve is dash.
The demand curve is a curve that shows the needs or wants of people in the community.
It's ambiguous. It's ambiguous. That question is ambiguous. Choose another question. Question number 10. Mention 4 factors of production.
Land, capital, entrepreneur, and labor.
Correct. Give me another number. That was the first question. Give me another number. Question number 12. Population census is defined as the dash.
Population census is defined as the counting of members of a state or country head to head.
I give it to you. Correct. Okay, so I'll go to waste it out now. Question number 10.
Which section? Section A.
Taken.
Question 14.
Question 14. Listen to this. The quantity of milk in carton sold by 8 sellers of milk in a day is given as 6, 10, 5, 12, 20, 18, 24. The question here is find the median.
The quantity of milk in cartons sold by 8 sellers of milk in a day is given as 6, 10, 5, 12, 20, 18, 20, 4. The question is, find the median. No whispering. No, you are not using calculator. That's a simple stuff. Please collect that laptop, that calculator from them. Listen. Time went up for whose question was that? Who am I with? I'm with Wesitam. That's the first time. In mathematics. I didn't notice them use. That's the first time I'm noticing it. So whose question is this? Wesitam, right? And so what? Wesitam, what did you say your answer is? You said it's 5. Eh? Okay, time is over. Bonus question. Okay, having consulted. Okay. So I give full points to your school. Full bonus points to your school. I said full bonus points. Please, I'm having too many interferences. I didn't have this in Apex and Connect, and I'm disliking it. Thank you. Okay, I'm still with who now? Where's it? Second question in economics. I started with who? In economics then. Okay. So this will be, where's it now?
Question number 4, section A.
Question number 4, section A. In economics, alternative uses refer to, this is even English, sir. Hear the question. In economics, alternative uses refer to dash. That's even English. In a way, you are correct. But I want you to be more precise. If you are not, I will still give you full marks. I stay with them. They say choice. Now the answer here is more than one use. So if I have a choice, that means I have more than one option. Am I right? So I give them full marks. Correct. Please put your hands together for me. And with that question from section A of economics and number 4, which actually read the alternative uses refer to more than one use, and the answer was given as choice from Wesitam Secondary School. I am absolutely happy and excited to let us know that we've come to the first round of this contest, and I will be handing you over to the panel of judges who actually carried out the recordings, and now will be time for them to tell us the results and let us know how we stand after the first round. Thank you. Please, the school with the lowest number of points will be eliminated in this round as we go into the second round. Thank you. Okay, please, this is time for us to interact a little bit. There are water on top of your table for the contestant because you've been talking, so you would have been dehydrated because we are in the Harmattan season. And you know that Harmattan is coming from the deserts, that is from the northern pole down to the southern pole, and it's usually with a very low relative humidity. How many of you know what we call relative humidity? Can somebody tell me? You.
My name is Josephine Relative humidity is the amount of water we have in the atmosphere.
Good. The amount of water. Sit down, please clap for her.
The amount of water in the atmosphere is referred to as relative humidity. So at the moment now, the relative humidity is very low, meaning that we have less water in the atmosphere because of the dry air we are having, otherwise called harmattan. In the northern pole in London, where they are watching us from, we are having the snow season, which is actually the winter period. How many of you know that? Good. So because of that, these students have been talking, they would have been dehydrated because they are taking in dry air. So I will encourage them to refresh their cells during the break. There are bottles of water and Coca-Cola there. You can take them so that you can have sugar. But because your brain needs sugar for this time, so that you can recall things. Your brain has two liquids in them. Can somebody tell me? Aqueous humor and vitreous humor are in your brain. That's why if you swing your brain, the water turns and it's capable of throwing you off balance. Do you understand? There is fluid inside your ears called sino what? You guys are not. So I'm saying that, do you have any objection? Please, any observation after the first round? Please, let's hear from you. Anybody with any observation? While they are computing the results, anybody with observation, please. If there is none, I will invite the leader of the panelists to please announce the results. Engineer Etido, Engineer Edet, Ian, please. Can you do it?
That mic is not good. You can know yes.
The mic is not good.
Yes, it's making noise. That mic is making noise. You should use that one. That mic is okay. This one is not good.
At the end of a keenly contested first round, we give you the summary of the scores from all the subjects: mathematics, English, economics, physics, biology, chemistry, and government. This is how it stands from bottom up. Etinan Institute scored 62.5 points. You know the score. West Etam School scored 67.5 points. Ibesibo Commercial School scored 70 points. And Lower High School scored 75 points.
After a contest that have been separated, or the schools have been separated marginally and by the whiskers, I'm super excited to announce that the next round you have the whole school, Uyo High School, Uyo, West Etam Secondary School, Uyo, and Etinan Institute, Etinan. Oh, Etinan. Please, sorry for that mix-up, please.
Uyo High School scored 75 points. Ibesibo Commercial School scored 70 points. West Etam Secondary School scored 57.5 points. And Etinan Institute scored 67.5. Etinan West Etam. Whereas Etinan Institute scores 62.5 points. So Etinan Institute is eliminated in this first round.
Please, Etinan Institute, you can now return to your seats. Thank you. Please, let's appreciate them. All right. Thank you very much. Because of time constraint, one, the want of time or lack of it, and two, the insufficiency of questions, we will alter the plan from having 3 questions in this round to still staying with 2 questions so that we can have enough. And as it stands, the questions in government and I think economics and even English, we still have options. Just government. We may have to eliminate government if we go back to them and see that we can't have enough questions for everybody. So we may have to eliminate government and you have 7 or 6 subjects to contest for. Do you all understand? So one more time, put your hands together for yourself. Okay, so we'll be starting in the reverse order now. This is round 2. And I am starting this time with the whole school. And the subject is economics. Big question. We still have questions in section A from 15 to 20 have been untapped. Number 13 has been untapped. 11 untapped. And then we have number 6 too untapped. Please, you can choose from any of which. And section B from number 1 to 19 has been untapped. So choose any of those. Thank you.
Number 15.
Section 1. Please, when you tell me a number, be specific on the section. Do you understand? Thank you.
Number 15, section A.
Number 15, section A. Equilibrium price is reached when dash. Equilibrium price is reached when dash. When do we say that equilibrium price has been reached? Your time is taken away.
Saturation point.
Sit down. Please sit down and answer your question.
Saturation point.
Not correct.
When the price of commodity equals the price of amount.
When the price confirmed that price at which the quantity demanded is equal to the quantity of commodity supply.
Correct. I give it to you. Second question here at school. Question number 2, section 1. Section A taken.
Number 12, section A.
Number 12, section A taken. Number 13 has not been taken. Number 13. Nigeria joined Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, in the year dash.
1945.
Not correct.
1942.
Not correct.
48.
1971. Not correct.
1933.
91.
33.
Not correct.
Time is up.
Time is up. Audience.
1974.
1971. Please tell me your name and your school.
My name is Ndito Akwa Ibom. I'm from West and Secondary School.
Correct. Please a round of applause for 1971. For those who may busy talking 1940s, oil was discovered in Nigeria in 1950s, not even in 1940s. So we joined OPEC in 1971. You understand? Your 2 questions have been exhausted. I'm coming this way. If it's a commercial secondary school, it is school. Choose your question. Question number 13 has been, section A has been taken.
11.
Question number 11. A business, section A business organization is set up with the main purpose of dash. A business organization is set up with the main purpose of dash. We need to be faster now.
Satisfying the consumers' demands. Or encouraging
Make it profit.
The time had gone, right?
And the time had gone now, so that was bonus time. They know what they're doing. I give it to Wesley Tam. Give them full bonus points. Please, I don't need noise from behind. Please, sir. Thank you. That was the first question, right? Second question now. That was the second question. That was first question. Number 17, section A reads, state 4 basic economic problems facing every society. Very elementary question. State 4 basic economic problems facing every society. Four basic problems.
What to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce.
Continue.
Time has gone. Bonus question.
What to produce, how to produce, and the efficient.
I don't want noise from you. Listen. Let me hear him. Say it.
When I should talk, you can't talk loud.
How to produce,
You're making noise.
for whom to produce, and efficient resources.
Give me full marks to that. Listen. You actually said what to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce. You didn't put the last one, efficiency of resources. So why should I give you full points? I don't need those whisperings. I'm done with them now. I'm going to Wesley Tam. Choose your question. Taken. 16 is not taken. 18 is not taken. 19 is not taken. 20 is not taken. And section B too.
Section 15 question. Section B.
Section what?
Section B question 15.
Question 15. Let's go there and find out what is there. The transformation of raw material into acceptable form is dash.
Production.
Here the options face. This is number 15. The transformation of raw material into acceptable form is dash. A. Primary production. B. Secondary production. C. Tertiary production.
Primary production.
Say that again.
Primary production.
Not correct, and that goes as a bonus.
Secondary production.
Secondary production.
Yes.
Both of them said it at the same time. Please share the bonus points to both school, Uyo High School and Ibesikpo Comprehensive Secondary School. Thank you. I'm still staying with who now? Wesley Tam. That's your second question, right? That was your first. Okay, this was the second, right? So give me a number. Question 19, section B. The point at which demand and supply meet is called. Say that again. Correct. They didn't even wait for me to give the options. Correct. With that, we are done with economics for this round, and we are going straight to government. And this time, I'm starting with West Itam in school. E2. Give me your number. From numbers 8 to 20 have been untapped, and then in section B, from number 11 to 19 have been untapped. So choose any of those numbers.
Question number 8, section A.
Question number 8, section A. Ability to enforce obedience by a government, that would add that so that it will be more precise. Ability to enforce obedience by a government is called. Let me hear Wesley Tam. Correct, give it to them. No, they first said power. This one said authority before somebody in the audience now said power. That's exactly what happened, madam. So I'm giving full points to Wesley Tam. Please, I've had too many interjections, and it's not cool for those watching us. Ain't not complain about that. Please, let's have few interferences, please. I am very much in charge. Please. Thank you. That was the second question, right? Okay, so we are first question from government. Okay, I was starting with you, right? I'm starting with you for government, right? Okay. So choose another number. Number 9 to 20 is free. And number 11 to 19 is free for section B. Choose. Number 4, section 1. Section A. According to Charles Montesquieu, the theory of separation of power is to prevent what?
Truancy.
Really? No, not correct.
Unnecessary interference.
Not correct.
Abuse of power.
Not correct. Actually, please let's wait. The answer I'm having here, let me say it here. It could be a synonym. The answer I'm having is to prevent arbitrariness, and which in a way could mean separation of power. Am I correct? Yes. So they actually said separation of power. Am I right? Yes. Good. So it's only logical that I give them full point. Please give them a round of applause. Yes, Seman, God bless you, sir. God bless you. Bless you. Okay, so who did I start government with? Okay, so I'm going to go this way now. Uyo High School. Choose a number. I've told you numbers that are available. Number 8, section 8 taken. Number 9 to 20 are not taken.
Number 9.
A major source of political power is from a major source. What gives political power to an individual?
Constitution.
In a way, that is correct. Yes, Constitution gives you power to achieve the office of government. Please let them choose another question because that question is controversial. Please, it's controversial.
Number 10.
Number 10. Absence of government in a state is referred to as dash. That one is obvious. Absence, when there is no government in a state, that will be referred to as dash. The state is in dash.
State of anarchy.
Correct. Please give them 2 points. Thank you. Still with you guys, right? Your second question?
That was the second question.
Yeah. Please give me another number.
Number 12.
Number 12. The set of attitudes and beliefs that determines the behavior of citizens in a political system is called dash.
Socialization.
A set of attitudes and beliefs, especially beliefs, that determine the behavior of citizens in a political system is called
socialization.
Not correct?
Political culture.
Please give full bonus points to the speaker. Thank you. I'm done with the high school, so I'm coming to Ibesikbo, right? Ibesikbo Commercial Secondary School. Choose a number. Question number 11, section A. Fundamental human rights seek to promote dash.
The rights of the citizens.
Protection of the rights of citizens.
It promotes the respect to the fundamental human rights of the citizens.
And that is dignity. Please, I give full marks to them. Put your hands together. Choose another question. Question number 13. In a democracy, political sovereignty is vested on the dash. In a democracy, political sovereignty is vested on the dash.
The citizen.
Correct. I give it to you.
I'm done with government, and so I'm going over to biology, and I'm starting with Ibesikpo, commercial. Your question, the question available are question number 4, 5, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20 in section A, and from number 1 to 20 are tapped in section B. Number 4, section A. The male sex cells are produced in the testes by a process called. The male sex cells are produced in the testes by a process called. Is there a man among you?
Ejaculation.
That one is it. You really got fine line. That's not correct.
Spermatogenesis.
Correct. And the formation of sex cell in women are called. What did you say? Oogenesis. Say oogenesis. Spell OOGENESIS. Oogenesis. Formation of female gametes. Okay, so gametes are the cells. Who am I with now? That was the first question, right? Give me second.
Number 14, section A.
Number 14, section A. I actually started biology with you, right? Okay, number 14, section A. The mixture of salt water and fresh water results in the formation of a dash water.
Sea water. Estuary. A marine water. Estuary.
Not correct. All of those are not correct.
Brackish water.
Bonus question.
Brackish water.
Give it to them. I wanted to see when, because they now say give it to Winston. They will say this one and say, so I gave them a time again to say it, so they still got it wrong. Give full bonus points to Winston. Please, am I fair? Yes. Oh, okay. That was the second question, right? Okay, so I'm going to Westitam now. Westitam, choose a number.
Question number 17, section A.
Question number 17, section A. The process by which glucose is broken down to alcohol in the absence of oxygen is referred to as dash.
Fermentation.
Say that again.
Fermentation.
Correct. Choose another number.
Question number 13, section A.
Question number 13, section E. The process by which organism, oh, I love this one. The process by which organism shapes off its skeleton, its old skeleton, grow and later is covered with a new one is known as. This was the first thing I understood in my biology as a secondary school student. The process of shedding of old skeleton and acquiring a new one by an animal is called what?
Regeneration.
No? Bonus question now.
Having of the chitin.
Say that again.
Growing up.
You are tense. Calm down. Audience. Correct. Another name for APC is what? Molting. Please put your hands together for me as well, because you don't provide the answer. Molting or ink disease. Thank you very much. Okay, so I'm done with Westitam, right? I'm going to Uyo High School. Yes, we'll choose a number. Question number 2. Which section? Taken. 15, section A. The basic unit of classification of living things is the basic unit.
Taxonomy systematics.
Taxonomy what?
Systematics.
Taxonomy is the name for the classification of, that is, what if they say what is taxonomy? Taxonomy is the classification of animals. So when we are saying the basic units of living things, of classifying living things. Everybody, what did you say? Species. I give full points to you guys. In other words, if they say the basic unit for measuring the force that is applicable in linear momentum, for instance in physics, that basic unit is what? Of measuring the kind of force experienced in linear momentum is what? Newtons. And the symbol there is, and that's the basic unit. So by the time you now have maybe momentum, you want to calculate momentum, the basic unit now becomes kilogram mass. You know the rest. I won't say it more than that. I'm not in the class. Okay, so we asked that was your first question or second? First. Okay, so give me another number. Question number 13. Second. Question number 9. The first stable product of photosynthesis is correct. I give it to you guys. Just be confident. Anything you want to say, be confident. You are not the balance now, right? Okay, so I'm going over to physics and I'm staying with Uyo High School. Give me a number. Question number 11, section 8, taken. 12 to 20 has not been tapped, and then in section B, 1 to 20 have not been tapped, so feel free. Question number 15, section A. How is alternative current generator converted to a direct current generator? In other words, how is AC generator converted to a DC generator? Bonus. I've been waiting for you guys. Bonus. I'm looking at the time for bonus. Audience, please. Okay, nobody to say this. How you convert alternative current to direct current is by splitting the ring. Is by changing slip ring into split ring. Do you understand? Do you understand that? You change AC current to, that is AC generator to direct generator by just changing the slip ring into a split ring. Please put your hands together for me. Thank you. Your second question. Capacitor rated 3NA is used across 60 Hz. Find the capacitive reactance. Question number 24 year school reads, capacitor rated 3NA is used across 60 Hz. The question is, find the capacitive reactance. I won't allow year school to do that question. You know why? It requires calculator. Am I right? Please. So all of us have agreed that we'll give you another chance, right? Okay, so please choose another question. Question number 14, section E. It reads, what is telepresence? What is telepresence? What is telepresence? Bonus question. Nobody has an idea. Bonus question, bonus time. Okay, so audience. Okay, I am going to explain this to you. What we call telepresence.
Have you seen your radio? How many of you own a radio at home? Or you have a television at home? Good. The presence of that television is telepresence because it's providing service at the same time. At the same time you are watching Nigerian match with your TV, another person is watching the same Nigerian match in another location with the TV. That's a simple way of explaining telepresence. But if you want me to add grammar to it, what they wrote here is, what question was that? Question number 14. Is the presence of electronic means, TV is electronic means, in different places at the same time in order to render service. So your television device at home is rendering the service of showing you the Nigerian match, and it's also showing another person at the same time that same Nigerian match. How many of you agree with that? Please put your hands together for them. Thank you. All right, that was the second question, right? Okay, it's gone. So I started physics with you, so I'm coming this way now. Okay, Ibesipo, commercial secondary school. Choose the question.
Number 13, section A.
Number 13, section A. Mention two conditions that favor the working of a discharged lamp tube. Mention two conditions that favor the working of a discharged lamp tube.
The length of the
Bonus question. This time I'm putting my face down so that nobody will say I was looking at it.
capillarity and
Bonus audience, please. Nobody in the audience. Okay. The two conditions are high potential difference of which is greater than 100 or 1000 volts and low pressure which is about 0.05 atmosphere. Please put your hands together for me. I'm still staying with Ibesipo, right? So Ibesipo Commercial Secondary School, give me another number.
number 12, section A.
A wheelstone bridge. In wheelstone bridge, the poor fitted resistors measure how many different values of current. In wheelstone bridge, the poor fitted resistors measure how many different values of current. Bonus.
2.
Correct! Please give it to her. What's it up there? 2 bonus points there. I'm done with Ibesipo now, so I'm going to Wesitam. Wesitam, give me your number.
Question number 5, section B.
Question number 5, section B. Let's run here and see what that question says. It has already been taken. Take another question.
Question number 20, section B.
Question number 20, section B. It says, what are the effects of surface tension? Name just one of the main effects of surface tension.
Capillarity.
Not correct?
The stretching of the ability of an object to float in water.
Correct! I give it to you. Insect walking across water surface is correct. Capillarity actually talks about the ability of liquid to move upwards. Am I right? In a tube. Right?
Yes.
Oh, so she's correct. Give me another number.
Question number 19, section B.
Question number 19, section B. Mention 2 ways to reduce surface tension. Any 2 ways of the many. Just mention any 2 to reduce surface tension.
Application of detergent. Application of cleansing as in detergent.
I said 2. So I'm waiting on you.
Use of lubricants and application of detergents.
Okay. Use of what? Okay, I am the quiz master. The powers are on me. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give
Wesitam 2.5 points, and I'm going to give Ibesiko 2.5 points because they mentioned it. They mentioned it by use of soap, which is detergent. Do you understand? Okay, so give them 2.5 points apiece. Are we together? Please put your hands together for them. Oh, so sorry, 5 points apiece. Please share 5 points apiece. Okay, because this one was bonus. Okay, so give them 5 points and this one 2.5. Are we together? Thank you very much. Please put your hands together for me. Thank you. No, you didn't clap well. Put your hands together. After this round, we will give you time for recess before we come back for the final round. Okay? I know people are already getting tired. Are we done with physics? Have I asked every school physics? Yes. So I finished with Wesitam, so I'm going to start chemistry with them. Questions that are available are from number 11 to 20 in section A. Number 6-2 is also available, as well as number 7, still in section A. While we go to section B, we have question available from number 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 8 to 20. So you are free to give me any of those. Question number 6, section B. Let's find out what it says. It says the bond formed between water and hydrogen ion to form hydrozonium is dash. The bond. Say that again.
Dative bond.
Another name for dative bond is what?
Coordinate covalent bond.
Please put your hands together for them. Do you know what I had to ask them? So that I justify my conscience, because on this paper is written coordinative covalent bond. Now, so they say dative bond. So that somebody won't sit at home and say that thing, do you understand? Coordinate covalent bond. That's why I had to ask them another name for it. Am I right? Thank you very much. Transparency is the core word in this conclusion. We want to show Akwa Ibom State that things can be done without biases, like we are reciting in our Nakada Creed. Good. Okay, so please give me, I started with you, right? Give me another number.
Number 16, section A.
Number 16, section A. Chemicals. 16, section A. Wow, I don't go take that one. You're coming, guys. 16, section A. Which of the following statements is not correct about the s orbitals? Which of the following statements is not correct about s orbital? A, it is defined by quantum number c is equals to 0. B, it is spherical in shape. C, it is filled after p orbitals. D, it has a maximum of 2 electrons.
Filled after P orbitals.
It is filled after p orbitals. Question number 16. Correct. Please give it up for them. I'm done with you for chemistry, and I'm coming to Ibesiko Commercial Secondary School now. Give me your number. Number 19, section A. It reads, which of the following elements has the electronic configuration? They have not given us option here. Okay, but let me read it this way. Which element has a configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, and 3s2? Did you get that? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, and 3s2. Which element has that configuration?
Magnesium.
Magnesium? Who am I with? That's your question, right? Not correct. Check again.
Aluminium.
Oh, what did you say? What did you say? Please, I don't need noise. You said magnesium. That's not correct. Bonus question now.
Aluminium.
That's not correct. Member of the audience? Not correct. Sodium has one electron in its outermost shell, so it can't be sodium. Sodium belongs to group 1, am I right? Sodium, potassium belongs to group 1. Abi?
Silicon.
It's not correct. The correct answer there is calcium. Calcium has, when I was in elementary school, if you throw this kind of question, I would just look at the last configuration, which is actually 1s, 3s2, right? And calcium has 2 electrons in its outermost shell. Am I right? And so where were we struggling to get that? The question is wrong. Okay, so that question is under controversy. So we will give them another opportunity. Choose another number. 17, section A. The reaction represented by the equation, no, this is too difficult. Give me another number.
Number 18, section A.
18. Which of the following metals is extracted from electrolysis of its fused salt? Which of the following metals is extracted from electrolysis of its fused salts? A. Gold. B. Sodium. C. Copper. D. Silver.
Copper.
That's number 18. Copper, right? You say copper. That's not correct. I give because it's an objective question, you won't take another one. Bonus now. So that, say that again.
Sodium.
That was number 18. What did you say?
Sodium.
This one says sodium. Please share the bonus point between them. Please put your hands together. That was the second question, right? Second question. Where did I start from? Where's it at? So I'm going to year school now. Year school, your chemistry. Give me numbers. Question number 19. Section. Please let me stay with them. That's true. They cancelled the first question. Give me a single, give me another number. Number 20, section what? Section A. The following compounds contain, this is an objective question, so listen to the objectives, or to the options rather. The following compounds contain the same types of bond except magnesium chloride, sodium chloride, potassium chloride, hydrogen chloride. All of them have the same bond except
Magnesium chloride.
What's that? Question number 20. Correct. Please give it up for them. Question number what? Question number 19, section A. Taken. 18. Taken. 11 to 15 has not been taken. So 11 to 15. What number? Number 12. Which of the following is an alloy of zinc? Which of the following is an alloy of zinc? Brass. This is an objective question. You understand? So you have options. Option A says bronze. B says brass. C steel. D duralumin. Duralumin. That is question number 12. Correct. Please give it up for them. Give me another question. Question number 11. In which of the following compounds is the oxidation number of nitrogen equals to +3? Option A, nitrogen 4 oxide. Option B, nitrogen dinitrogen oxide. Option C, hydrogen nitrates. And option D, hydrogen triplex. Let me put them in the abbreviations. Option A is NO2, B is N2O, C is HNO2, and D is HNO3. Which of those, question number 11,
Which of those actually has all plus 3 years? Okay, you've taken that's not correct. So bonus now.
HNO3.
Who said HNO3 is D, right? But that's not the correct answer. The correct answer is correct. Please put your hands together for them. I'm done with chemistry now. I'm going over to English one more time. And then I'm going to start with Uyo High School. Choose a number from, we had too many regularities to this English. Okay. English, what is available to you is from number 12 to 20 in section B is available, as well as number 8 and number 9. They are all available to you. And then that is in section B. So let's start with that. Number 2 is still available in section B. There is no section A for now. Let's stay with section B. Number 12, section B. Mother Africa, your children are dying of hunger. What figure of speech is the above expression? What, Mother Africa, your children are dying of hunger. What figure of speech is the above expression? Not correct? Correct. Please give full marks to Wesita. Please clap for them. Tell me another question. Number 15. What is the difference between a formal letter and an informal letter?
The difference is that in formal letter, it is written to someone in an official office, while an informal is written to a close friend.
Correct, I give it to you. I'm coming now to Ibesipo Commercial Secondary School. Number 13, section B. What is a morpheme? Okay, what is a morpheme, please? What is a morpheme? I'm not happy, please. I'm hearing too much noise from the audience. What is a morpheme? Say that again.
It is a word with a single sentence that can make meaning.
It's a word with a single sentence.
Yes, single word that can make meaning.
A single word that can make meaning. I give it to you. Please do your hands together.
A morpheme, as the name implies, is not a word. Morpheme is not a word.
Please, ma'am, forgive me. Let's learn together. The answer here says morpheme is the smallest unit of a language that makes meaning. The smallest unit of a language that makes meaning. So I'm going to say something. If I say go, it's go. Is go. Does go make meaning? Yes.
Is it a word?
Yes.
And can it be a sentence on its own?
Yes.
So that's a morpheme. Please, teachers, do we have English teachers? Good. When I was in secondary school, I was taught English properly. Come is a complete sentence. Go is a complete sentence. If it can stand on its own and make meaning, it's a complete sentence. And if the word, if go now appears in a sentence, and it's the something here says is the smallest meaningful unit of a language and not a sentence. If it were to be in a sentence, it would have been a different ball game. But this one says in a language. Am I right? So, God bless you. Good. I studied English too, but not to the university level. So the university I still remember. Thank you. Okay, so who was I with? Uya school. I was with Sigbo, and that was the first question or second? Are you sure? It was the first. Okay, so I'm going to ask you, give me another number 15 taken in section B. Number 9, section B, right? It's not taken, so you have it. Mention the various types of clauses. It was controversial, right?
Yes.
Okay, give me another number.
We have number 6 here.
Number 2 is here. Mention 2 types of articles. Mention 2 types of articles. Number 2, section B. Mention 2 types of articles. I share a point between the two of them. Wasting time on the guys. Between 2 of them. I'm done with it, so I'm going to waste it out now. Am I right? Okay, so waste it out. Tell me your number.
Question number 19, section B.
Question number 19, section B. A person who has lived up to 100 years is called. A person, if you have a grandfather and he's 100 years old, that is called what in English?
An elder.
What's that?
Centurion.
Say that?
Centurion.
That's not correct. Centurion is the name of a person in the Bible.
An aged person.
I'm waiting for
An aged
audience. Say that again. Please put your hands together. If we have a definite 100 years, what is that called?
Century.
Good. And so centenarian is a person who has lived up to 100 years. Please don't forget that anyway, anytime. Was that second question from, that was first. So give me your second question. Where's it at?
Question number
13. Taken.
14.
14. Mention 2 morpheme that you use in English language. But go ahead. I'm going to give it to them. Mention 2 morphemes that you use in English language.
Fly.
Fly. And
Enter.
good. I give it up for them. Correct. 2 points. Have you seen it? Gentlemen, earlier we talked about come being a complete sentence. Have you not seen that fly now is a complete sentence? God bless you. Okay, so we are done with English now, right? We are heading back to where we started from, and that is the mother of all science subjects in the world, mathematics. In mathematics, we have section A number 7 to 20 untapped, and then it's section B, we have from number 8 to 22, all of them untapped. So I'm going to start this time with Ibesikbo Commercial Secondary School. Ibesikbo, give me your number. Number 8, section A. Simplify 12 times 5, open bracket, mode 8. MOD 8 in brackets. Simplify 12 times. That's the function of your times table. So just look at the times table and do the rest. It's an elementary question, it doesn't require calculator.
6 remainder 4 mode 8. 2, 6 remainder 4 mode 8.
I started with 2 basic go and the bell didn't go off and you say something. So what did you say? 2 mode 5. Not correct? Audience, please. 4 mode 8. Please give a round of applause. Okay. Another question. Give me another number. Ibesikbo Commercial Secondary School.
Number 10, section A.
Number 10, section A. Mary was 20 years old in 2011. When was she born? When was Mary born? Correct! Please give it up for her. Put your hands together for her. I started with them. Okay, so where's it now? Your question. Section B. Question number 20, section B. Let's see what that one says. It says, given that integral is equal to pi radius squared h, make R the subject of the relation. Given that integral is equals to pi radius squared h, make R the subject of the relation. R is equals to what? H divided by pi, no. Correct! Please give it up for this school, please. Ibesikbo Commercial Secondary School. Brilliantly done. That was the second question in mathematics, right? That was the first. Okay, so give me another number. Question 16, section B. What must be added to the expression x squared minus nx to make it a perfect square? What must be added to the expression x squared minus 18x to make a perfect square? What must be added to that?
4.
Not correct? Not correct?
81.
Brilliantly correct. Please give them a round of applause. And so I'm coming to Uyo High School now for their mathematics question. Give me numbers. Question number 7, section what? Section A. Determine the next 20 hours if the reference time is 7 a.m. Determine the next 20 hours if the reference time is 7 a.m.
Please, and please, don't get tense. It's still real school time. They have 15 seconds. Say that again. 27. You have to give the answer in terms of clock because we're asking a clock question now. 3 p.m. That's not correct. Bonus now.
1 p.m. 4 p.m.
Bonus now.
3 a.m. 3 a.m.
Please, I give it to Ibesikbo Conventional Secondary School. Thank you. If you guys didn't go of it, no, so it was in bonus time. Give full bonus mark to Ibesikbo. Choose another question now. Is that your second question? First, give me number 8 section. Section what? Taken. Number 9. Solve the equation 2x plus 1 is equal to 3. It's equal to 3 mod 6. This question is controversial. There is no answer to it. So choose another question. Number 12. Simplify 27 all over 3 is equal to m. Simplify 27 all over 3 is equal to m. M is equal to what? 9. Please give it up for them. The answer has been given to question number 12 in section A by Uyo High School, and that answer was M is equal to 9. And with that, we have gone full cycle in this second round of the Uyo Senatorial District competition for Ndito Akwa Ibom annual Senatorial District competition. And of course, this is being beamed live across the world. And with that, we will now have to rely on these panelists to please give us the results and let us know how we stand at the end of the second round. Thank you.
So, have they communicated with the delegates and the that the grand finale is
Please, a quick announcement. Please, I need your attention. Please, there has been a change of plan. The grand finale will no longer hold in Uyo. It will hold at State College in Korekpede. So whosoever qualifies here and the runner-up will have to come to State College at Korekpede on Monday. Please be there before 9 o'clock. We will be there by 8:30 to wait and receive you. It is the grand finale. We are going to take round 1, round 2, and round 3. Do you understand? So because of that, it will take a lot of time, and we don't want you to come and get exhausted. So please come on time. I'm waiting for the results now. You can ease yourself if you wish to. Time for recess because we are coming back for the grand finals of this year's Senatorial District Contest. Thank you. Please, is there any Uyo High School teacher here? Please come. Please, we need your attention. Uyo High School teacher.